Alligator Alcatraz has 24/7 air conditioning, a rec yard, laundry, legal counseling, and even a clergy on site. Doesn't sound like a concentration camp to me. You know who actually had inhumane conditions for the migrants? Joe Biden. He set up an outdoor detention center in the middle of Arizona while temperatures reached over 100 degrees and forced the migrants to sit around on rocks. Trump's at least giving them beds and a chance to self-deport. At the end of the day, Democrats don't actually care about the migrants. They just want servants, yard workers, and cheap labor.
They forget that these are individuals, and these are our friends and our neighbors. These are people who are picking our crops, building our buildings, making sure that we have hospitality workers in the state.
Florida Congressman and gubernatorial candidate Byron Donalds joins me now. Great to see you, Congressman. So it's kind of amazing. It's been took 8 days to build. It's rated at a Cat 2 hurricane strength. And the first guests are slated to start arriving tomorrow.
No, that's absolutely correct. I was down there today for, I guess, opening day for Alligator Alcatraz. And first, you have to give full credit to Governor DeSantis, Kevin Guthrie, and their entire team. They met the challenge that came from Secretary Noem and her team here at Homeland Security, and they moved quickly to get this facility open. To the point that was made by some of the radicals talking about how these are concentration camps, these facilities actually look very similar to the ones Joe Biden was setting up in Fort Bliss, in Texas, and many other military bases when they were letting in more than 10 million people into the United States. When Joe Biden was losing 800,000 children in the United States, they were moving through facilities similar to this. When young girls were being on the journey to our border, being sold into sex slavery or being raped on that journey, they were moving through facilities that look similar to this. I know that because I've toured those facilities. So what we're doing here is actually preparing the bed space that is necessary for them to be deported out of the United States, meeting the mandate and the mission given to President Trump by the American people.
You mentioned the children and the fact that that story, some of us have covered that story, obviously, but the fact that a large swath of the media completely buried that story, I hope will come back to haunt the media, and I think probably did a lot to discredit them, their credibility, which is at an all-time low now. I'm fascinated, though. You know, it was just a few years ago. Florida was a swing state. Illegal immigration has been a problem going back decades. It's been a problem for both Democrats and Republicans, been unable to fix it. And Trump comes along and fixes it literally, this time, in his second term, fixes it in a matter of weeks.
It's really miraculous. Of course, this is the president first. He has led on this. He campaigned on what he was going to do, closing the border down. Also, the team at the White House. He's put together a great team. Everybody is focused on the mission. The entire cabinet is there, and the party stands behind them. So in Florida, when you have Homeland Security working with Governor DeSantis and their team to say, let's get some additional bed space in Florida. Can you stand this up, and can we do this? One, they were able to get that done very, very quickly. That's to the credit of the governor and his team, but it's also a blueprint for other states to say, whether it's Louisiana or any other state, you can do that too. Let's get the bed space that Homeland needs so that when we pass one big, beautiful bill, they get all of the money and the resources they need in order to create the logistical framework of deporting criminal illegal aliens and a lot of these aliens that Joe Biden let in over the last 4 years.
What part of the big, beautiful bill will affect this, doing this in other states?
There's about $100 billion in that bill for Homeland Security. That's going to go to the manpower you need, the bed space you need in order, and even some of the trucks and the other items that you're going to need to move people out of the country, setting up new immigration judges, et cetera.
We got to go, but I have to ask you, what is your forecast for how this is going to go in the House?
My forecast is we're going to pass the bill tomorrow. It's going to be tight, but there's a lot that members are still reading about what the Senate did. We'll see what that looks like. We'll know a lot more in the morning.
Congressman, thanks so much. Great to see you.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.